How to make over $1,400 in sales within 24 hours from only $110 in Facebook ad spend, even if people don't know who you are. My name is Chris from Aligned Digital Marketing, and in this video, I'm going to break down how we did that for a beauty therapist here on the Gold Coast. When it comes to selling online, we need to have at least one of two things, preferably both of these things, but at least one of them. And they are a good reputation or an incredible offer. Now, I have a video where I break this down and show you how this works using what we call the reputation offer matrix. So if you want to watch that, just search for it on Facebook, YouTube, or website after you watch this video. But for now, having a good reputation is simply having an audience of people who knows, likes, and trusts you. And if you have an audience, what you're about to learn in this video will help you even more. You'll get better results. But we're not going to rely on having an audience, because the beauty therapist that we did this for moved from Sydney to the Gold Coast after selling her salon down there and had no one who knew what she did at all. So she was still able to get these results even though people didn't know who she was. So putting that aside, putting the good reputation aside, we're going to be focusing on an incredible offer. Now, three things that make up an incredible offer. The first thing is having a high ROI for the person consuming it. Now, what this means is that they put in a little bit of time or a little bit of money, maybe both, but one or the other or both, and they get a high value return for that investment. So high ROI, so they get a lot more than what they're putting in, and that can be perceived value or actual value. The second thing you need to do is you need to make sure that it's quick and easy to claim, consume, and see that value that they're getting. You can't have them waiting a long period of time to see the value of what they're actually paying for or spending time to get. And the third thing you need to do is you need to make sure that this incredible offer naturally leads into your core product or core service. I see a lot of businesses running promotions and doing things like this that they're attracting the wrong types of customers, because what they're offering doesn't naturally lead into their core offering, their core product or service in their business. Now, this usually looks like, it's usually in the form of a big discount, or a BOGO, which is buy one, get one free, or added value, so you buy this and also get these other things on top of that. There's lots of different things you can do with this. The example we covered over, or that we did here with the beauty therapist, was a discount. Now, I won't go into the details of it just to protect their privacy. Obviously, they're still running this particular offer, but it was for a massage, and it was a discount for the particular massage. It was a 90-minute massage service, which was absolutely fantastic. So what you need to do is make sure you've got a high ROI, that it's quick and easy to consume and get the value from what you're offering, and that it naturally leads into your core product and service. So, select whether you want to have an added value or a discount or a buy one, get one, or any of the other offers that you've got out there as well. But we just went for a big discount. And a quick little gut check on this as well is, if you feel uncomfortable offering this, if you feel like you're giving this away or you're getting ripped off, that's a good indicator that you have an incredible offer that's going to make someone on the other side of that say, shut up and take my money. So that's the ideal that you want to get to with having an incredible offer. Once you've got that, we need to get the images right for your ads. Now, images, the creative for your ad is super important, because it's what gets people to stop scrolling on Facebook. And if they don't stop scrolling, they're not going to see your offer. If they don't see your offer, they're not going to take you up on it. So having images, or good images and scroll stopping images, is super important. Now, if you have a designer who can do this for you, by all means use the designer. I'm sure they'll do a great job. If you don't have a designer, you can use a couple of different tools. One of them is Canva, which is probably one of the most common and popular ones, but there's another one called Snappa, which is currently my preference right now, and that's Snappa. And the reason why it's my preference is it just has nicer templates that actually they model what we do effectively better than what Canva does, if that makes sense. But what you want to do is just go to snappa.com. They have a free version. You can also pay for some things if you'd like to, but we just use the free one. You don't need to pay anything for them. And you want to pick some templates that represent your offer or your business well. Now, when it comes to creating your actual images, it's always best to have photos of your business or your product or your service if you can. If you do have photos like this, make sure they're high quality and good quality. Don't just have like a dimly lit photo of something that's hard to make out what it is. If you don't have that, you can use stock images of the people enjoying the product or service, or the benefits of that if you want to. But what you want to do is you want to create 3 different types of images just to start off with. The first one is going to be an image with people in it, preferably you or your business or employees or product or service, with text on the image. And that text is just going to explain what the offer is. So for example, get X discount off a 90-minute massage. Something very, very simple like that, and a little button on there. You'll see this in the templates in Snappa. They have little buttons that learn more, or get now, or buy now, or claim now. you want to have that. So you're going to have people, your product or your service with text on the screen. The second image you want to have is either people, product or service with no text on the screen, so it's literally just an image. And the third one you're going to have is what's called a graphic, which is there's no people in there. It's just like one of those cartoon graphics. If you can't find something good that represents this, you can just have text on the screen as well. So it's just literally just like bigger text that just says, get whatever discount off the 90-minute massage or whatever your offer is. So in this one, we didn't represent it or didn't say it as though get the discount off it. We said get a 90-minute massage for only whatever the dollar amount was. That was this certain percentage discount. So 3 images to start off with. One with the image and text on it. The other one's just going to be an image of the product or service of the business. And the third one is just going to be either text or a graphic, some sort of cartoon graphic. And what you're doing there is you're testing to see which one of those is more effective. And if you look in Snapper, you'll see plenty of really high quality templates that are really good to use. If you're still struggling for inspiration or you want to see what other people are doing, you can actually Facebook can actually help you out with this. Quick little hack is if you go to Google or just type in the search bar Facebook ads library, what you can actually do with this is you can search for any particular page or industry or business and see what ads they're running in your particular country. So look at your competitors, look at people who you want to model. Don't copy their ads. I'm not an advocate of copying people. Make sure you make it your own. But you can see what other people in your industry are doing or your direct competitor and see what they're doing and improve on what they're doing if it suits your particular business. So 2 particular resources from that is Snapper or Canva and the Facebook ads library for inspiration if you're still struggling after looking at the templates as well. Now the third part of this, we've got the offer and we've got your images. The third part of it is your copy. So once we've got people to stop and look at your ad and they see the offer, we need to write some copy that's going to entice them to take action. So a simple structure you can follow, and this is essentially what we use for the majority of our direct response ads. It's really effective. You can vary it as well, but the simple structure is 1, call out your audience. The second thing is explain the offer. The third thing is give the details of the benefits of the offer. The 4 is introduce some scarcity or urgency. And the 5th one is show them or tell them how to get the offer. So the example in this case was literally just Gold Coast residents or people on the Gold Coast. I think it was Gold Coast residents. Get a 90-minute full body massage for only X amount of money. In brackets, this is the discount that it represented. You'll feel rejuvenated, refreshed, relaxed after a hard day. That's some benefits. And then what we just said in this particular ad was, I'm running this promotion to promote my local business, and it's limited to only 9 spaces. So that's a little bit of scarcity in there. It's not necessarily urgency, but it's scarcity. And then what we just said is just click the link in this, below this. Click the link to claim your offer now, and that was literally telling people how to get the offer. So it read something along the lines of, Gold Coast residents, get a 90-minute full body massage for X amount of money, which is really, really good value. Feel refreshed, rejuvenated, and relaxed. I'm running this offer to promote my local business, and it's only available for 9 people or 9 spots. Click the link to get your offer now. Something along those lines, but that's the structure. Call out your audience, give explain the offer, give the benefits of the offer, scarcity and urgency, and then tell people how to claim the offer. Now, another thing you want to do with your copy is make sure you use emojis. So when you're giving the benefits, use the big green check mark or some other bullet points, not just the little dashes in the first sentence or 2. Make sure you've got some emojis in there too. So where we go for those is a site called emojipedia.org. So it's like emojis encyclopedia, I guess. .org. So go there, you can get the emojis and put them into your ad copy. So once you've got that together, you have all the elements you need for your ad. You've got the offer, you've got the images and the copy. What we need to do now is create the actual campaign. Now, the campaign type we're going to choose is a conversion campaign. We're not going to run a traffic campaign, we're not going to run a video view campaign, it's going to be a conversion campaign. And the objective we're going to optimize for is either leads or sales. So there's 2 ways you can do this. The first way is that people can give you their details, so their name, phone number, and email address, or whatever else you need to get from them, and then you can make contact with them, or someone from your office or business can make contact with them and get them in to claim the offer. Or you can have it so that people buy online. In this particular example, we had it where we just collected their information and she followed up with them and booked them in. But this will also work well if you have it where people purchase it online as well. Now, you might get a little bit less conversion rate this way. I recommend if you can, if you've got the capacity, make sure you reach out to them to book them in, because it's just another touch point and you've got another way of communicating with them before they take you up on the offer. But you can do both. So what you want to do is create the conversion campaign, either optimizing for leads if you're collecting information, or sales if you're getting them to purchase online. Once you've got that, we need to get the targeting, or the audience we're going to put the ad in front of. Now, when it comes to targeting, this can go for cold audiences or warm audiences or hot audiences if you'd like to. It works across the board. We ran this to purely cold audiences, and literally it was a simple demographics and interests. So what we did is we ran it to a certain location here on the Gold Coast, within a certain age bracket. I think it was only females, off the top of my head, and a couple of interests relating to beauty and the beauty industry. Really super simple, basic audience selection there. If you have lookalike audiences, or you have website retargeting, or any other engagement you can retarget, use that. This was brand new. This is the first campaign she'd run. We had nothing to work with, and we still got these incredible results. So with it, set up the audiences however you want to set them up. It can work with cold, warm, or hot traffic. Now, once you've got this in place, what we want to do is we want to send them to the landing page. Now, the landing page is literally just going to reiterate what the offer was. It's going to get the full body, 90-minute full body massage for a certain amount of money. You want to have a nice image and the forms there. There's plenty of landing page templates you can follow. It's not rocket science nowadays. But what you want to do is you want to make sure you're sending them to that landing page and you're collecting their information or taking their payments. Now, once you've done that, that is the last step you need to follow. So what we've done is we've got your offer in place, and remember, it needs to be an incredible offer with high ROI, easy to claim, naturally leads into your core offer. We need to get good images. We want to use Snapper or Canva, and you can also look on Facebook Ads Library to look at what your competitors are doing. We want to get your copyright with that structure, which is calling out your audience, giving the details of the offer, the benefits, the scarcity or urgency, and telling the people how they can claim the offer. You want to get a conversion campaign optimizing for leads or sales. You want to target whatever audience works for you, cold, warm, or hot traffic, and you want to send that audience or that traffic to the landing page that also goes into the offer, and having a way for people to either submit their information or purchase from you. Now, once you've got that together, go live with your campaign and let me know how you go. Now, as a side note from this, we actually generated over $1,400 in sales within the first 24 hours, but from that same clientele base, this particular beauty therapist was able to turn them into an additional $4,000, over $4,000 in sales within that month that followed through upsells and rebookings, which was absolutely fantastic. So even though we generated over $1,400 within 24 hours from $110, it ended up being over $5,500 within that month, plus more, because I think 8 of them of those the initial offer take-up, so the customers who took her up on that, 8 of them turned into regular repeat clients that came in on I think it's a fortnightly or monthly basis, which is absolutely fantastic. If you want more on this, just leave a comment below. What I might do is I put together a step-by-step guide just detailing exactly what I've gone through here, as well as more information as well, and you'll be able to learn more about that. Just comment below and we'll be in touch and send the information through to you. Bye for now.